Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, star seeds, light workers, soulmates, twin souls. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to your journey. I am Lunar Goddess Tarot, and we will be taking a journey today. We're actually going to be taking a journey through the divine feminine, divine masculine energy. So I'd like you guys to apply these to your inner feminine and inner masculine, as well as to your outer feminine and outer masculine energies. I've included the goddess knowledge cards because they just speak to me, and I'm really enjoying these. And I wanted to make just a few quick announcements here, and I really want to dive right in because I'm going to be doing messages from the feminine to the masculine to the feminine, and also just messages from your person, from the masculine viewpoint for those of you who are struggling this month, because this is such a powerful month of powerful transformative shifts, but it can be challenging when you're on this journey. So if you guys are looking for extra guidance on this journey, myself and another healer are offering healing sessions, transformative healing sessions. It's rapid healing, guys. We're offering them for the twin flame journey. We're offering them for awakening light workers and star seeds, and just for the ascension journey itself, to help guide you and to help give you some clarity on your journey and what's happening, why it's happening, and how to best move forward and how to prepare for what's coming next, as well as abundance packages. So we have 3 separate packages to choose from. You can look at my website, you'll see the abundance and the twin soul packages. I don't yet have the other one up there, but I will soon. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I'm not doing personal readings at this present time, but to stay tuned, because I will announce it here if and when I do decide to do those private readings. But in the meantime, guys, I would take advantage of these healing sessions. So you can reach out to me. You can purchase them on the website, or you can reach out to me. I'll leave an email listed below. And there was one more thing. Oh, I am going to be posting on Patreon later today. So stay tuned for that, guys. If you're a patron, or if you'd like to be a patron to support my work, you can head on over to Patreon, because I'm going to be doing an October update. It's an energy update. It's going to explain so much of what's happening right now, what's happening around the world, around the globe, what's happening in your connection, what's happening with the feminine energy and the masculine energy, and why things might be a little quiet right now inside of your connection. So I'm going to be explaining all of that, because there's so much that's shifting this month, and I know you guys are feeling it. So I want to give you some clarity, some insight, and just peace of mind. So hop on over to Patreon, and you will be able to access that. It's going to be for the VIP patrons and above. Okay, so we're going to get started here. And one of the things I want to mention is that the divine feminine is noticing that as she rises in her power, her counterpart may be struggling in the 3D realm. So it's kind of seems ironic, shouldn't they rise with me? But remember, their process is different. The process for the divine masculine is different. And I wanted to really point out that the divine feminine does not need to wait or pause her journey in order for the masculine counterpart to catch up. What the best thing you can do at this time is to continue moving forward, continue just moving forward on your journey and your growth process and your ascension process. And don't worry about what he or she is doing. They are figuring things out. I'm going to be talking more about that over on Patreon to give you guys more insight. And they're figuring it out. And so the best thing you can do, feminine, right now is to focus on your desires, your goals, your dreams, your future, and what really lights you up. Okay, what really just powers up your soul. So we're going to actually start with the goddess cards here. And yeah, this is so fascinating, because the Egyptian goddess here, Bas, that's who I pulled 2 days ago when I was doing the channeled message here for the collective on my channel. And she is just so powerful. She stands, you know, on her own. She is, you know, she is her own. She belongs to herself and no one else. And that's really where the feminine energy is at this present time. And the masculine energy is definitely feeling the shift, the vibrational shift, the realignment process that's happening inside of the connection. And, you know, he really has no choice at this present time but to move forward, but to make the choice to go ahead and really choose himself, okay? Just as the feminine has done. So asking for guidance from the highest high for this reading, please allow me to be a pure vessel of divine truth and clarity to transmit the messages that the collective most needs to hear at this present time. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen and aho. Okay, feminine, let's see which goddess is walking with you at this current juncture on your journey. Looks like a deer goddess. Rhiannon, she's the great goddess as worshipped by the Welsh. She's an embodiment of life, death, and rebirth. And, you know, this is coming up. This theme has been coming up. And guys, you know, Scorpio season is so powerful that even when we're in Libra season or even Virgo season, you'll start to feel the energies of Scorpio just start to rise up, because we're preparing for a massive rebirth here, both within your connection, within your own self, and just in the world at large. In her realm, there is no death without regeneration. Her name derives from Regentona, which means great queen. A shapeshifter, she can assume any form she wants. She often appears as a white horse. She is a muse goddess and is accompanied by 3 sweetly singing birds who can revive the dead or put the living to sleep. The source of the king's power derived from Rhiannon, the queen, and a candidate for kinghood met Rhiannon dressed as a stag. There we go. That's the stag. That's the stag energy. A regal figure symbolic of rejuvenation, beauty, strength, and instinctual masculine energy. So this is signifying the healing of the masculine energy internally inside of the feminine, but as well the external masculine energy that's healing on the outside in the world, you know, in the 3D and your 3D counterpart. In Altar myth, she appears a Nimue or as Vivian, the Lady of the Lake. Rhiannon is a beautiful queen of the night, a reminder of the close balance between death and rebirth. She demands that we honor our instinctual and animal selves as a source of creativity, abundance, and order. This is so interesting because abundance is also coming up as a theme for the divine feminine. And in addition to the theme of abundance, we also have this theme of fertility. And this theme of the night. So things are regenerating, things are moving and shifting, things are being born at night, things are falling away. So the night is a healer at this time for these connections and for really all of the light workers on earth as we change forms, right? She's a shapeshifter. So divine feminine, you're really changing forms. And guys, you know, those of you who feel the physical sensations of this ascension process, which are most of us, maybe 10% don't really feel it as much. I feel it greatly. I'm probably in like the top echelon of feeling the physical sensations and symptoms. You will be feeling like an expansion of parts of you at this time, okay? And it's so these parts of you that are being born, but other parts have to die. But there's no fear and there's no sadness because we are letting go of these parts of us more effortlessly than we ever have in the past. And you know, she's signifying to us this instinctual divine masculine energy that we know when to take action, but look, we also know when to rest, okay? We also know when it's time for us to go into our cocoons and just to sleep, really, right? Because, you know, you often, like, I think of these goddesses, they're goddesses of the night and they're awake at night, right? Like Diana the Hunter, and communing with nature, communing with the dead, communing with our ancestors. But right now, really feminine, you're being guided to rest and sleep. And this is really important that you really take heed of this advice because you're regenerating yourself, you're regenerating the connection, you're regenerating your counterpart. So it's really important to rest when you feel called and then to take action when you feel called to do so. So I'm going to move some of these decks out of the way. I'd like to get some information here from these integration cards. Now, this is a deck by Diane Garris, and I will put her link below to her Etsy shop. You guys have really supported her, so she's very thankful and in a lot of gratitude for that. So thank you for supporting another Divine Feminine who's made these beautiful decks. She gifted me with 6 of these decks. I think it's 6 total, and I'm really, really, really enjoying using them. So if you guys would like your own decks, you can go over there and support her. She's a beautiful soul. Okay, so feminines. Actually, they're telling me this is the masculine. Okay, these are the feminine cards. So the masculines are having this perspective that you've shared many lifetimes together. And, you know, whereas in the past there might have been doubt, a lot of doubt, like I was in denial, I doubted my Divine Feminine. Now they are in the position of understanding. This is that third eye chakra, that actually my counterpart and I, right, my Divine Feminine, my queen, we've spent many, many lifetimes together, and I don't feel that they're in denial anymore. So when the Divine Masculine comes out of that denial stage, it really opens up a lot for him in his physical reality. So doors are going to close at this time and over the next several months here as we close out 2021. And then other doors are going to begin opening for them as their guides will be assisting them. So as they are ready for these new doors to be opened, the Divine Masculine will be asked to step through these doors of perception to really start to shift and see things differently. So don't be surprised if your masculine comes to you in a completely different perspective the next time that you speak to them. And don't dwell on how they were or how you were, because that just keeps you stuck in the past. You'll repeat that cycle. You'll live in that cycle. Dwell on what could be. Dwell on the potential and know that things are being balanced. This is very divine justice energy coming through here. So things are definitely being balanced for the divine counterparts. You guys have been each other's in many, many lifetimes. In fact, since the beginning of time. Since the inception of time, since the inception of you as you are in this physical form, and even before, you guys have been connected. Meanwhile, the feminine is over here really hanging out for a moment in these lower chakras, the solar plexus chakra, as some work is done on your self-worth, and also your ability to see your gifts clearly and to, in the past, feminine, where you've pushed your gifts away, or maybe you felt like your life force was depleted because this journey just takes so much out of us emotionally, then we feel physically depleted and our vitality suffers. That is starting to be reignited here. You're starting to build your life force. Your personal sun is starting to gain more energy, and so this will be more momentum. This will be clarity when you make decisions, clarity on what direction to go next. Receiving that kind of that intuitive hit, so that you know what needs to happen next for your own growth, and really for the growth of the connection as well, and for the growth of the spiritual path of all light workers, all star seeds, all twin souls across the globe. You're really in this united energy, I feel. So masculine's over here working on a change, a major, major change and shift in perspective that's going to blow everything that used to be true for him out of the water. And then you're over here hanging out in this energy of the solar plexus, so bright yellow foods like banana peppers, bananas, squash, zucchini, those sorts of things, lemons are going to be really beneficial right now to bring in this extra life force, extra vitality and energy that really wants to open up inside of you, Divine Feminine. And know that you can trust your gut instincts. You can trust those feelings that you have. So if you feel, I think my counterpart's reaching out to me, or I think that I should leave this job and it's time to move forward, or you know what, I love this house, but I shouldn't buy it. There's something that's telling me not to. Or maybe you want to, you're making a change in direction and you're moving somewhere. Listen to what your gut is telling you, because your gut is going to be very on point right now and it's leading you in the right direction. So don't be afraid to walk towards certain things and kind of get out of that comfort zone and get out of any fear, trusting your gut feelings and kind of walking off that ledge, so to speak. But also don't be afraid to leave things behind, because certain things have been siphoning your life force, Divine Feminine. Let's get a card for the connection itself. And we're going to go into the messages, guys, in just a minute, so hang tight. Stay tuned. The direction. So here we go with more solar plexus energy being infused into the connection itself, and this energy of this higher love, crown chakra, actually like star chakra, the higher chakra that sits, a couple inches above the head. It's in your aura. This is an auric chakra, so to speak, and this is about you falling in love with yourself and all of existence and everyone and everything, and knowing that you're not separate. So this is the end of separation, guys. That one love card signals an end of separation and a direction. This is, I'm being guided to go in this direction and not questioning where you're being guided to go. So just honoring that. And again, honoring that intuition that you have inside of you that says this is the right way. And this is the path forward. So what I'd like to do, guys, is to start off with getting some cards here from your Divine Masculine. So the Divine Masculine has some messages here. We're going to tune into that. I don't want this to be over. Okay, let's start with these three. It's a pretty clear, powerful message. I don't want this to be over. I'm worried about you moving on. Yeah, so I don't want this to be over. I'm worried about you moving on. This is coming up in, when I've just done readings for myself or for some of my friends. That's coming up where it's like the masculine saying, I'm really worried that you're not going to be patient and you've had it and that you're going to be moving on. But also he's acknowledging, or she is acknowledging, I don't know how to have a healthy relationship. So they're feeling a little bit hung up on what love actually looks like. And guys, in a karmic situation, it's lust and it's infatuation, but it's not love. You can love a soulmate, you can love a kindred spirit, but with a karmic partner, it's not actually the true definition of love. It's infatuation. And what it is it's a match to their wounds. And again, I'm going to be talking about that more over on the Patreon article here that I'm working on, because I want to make it clear what the karmic partner is, why they're inserted into the connection, this third party, and what purpose they serve, because your masculine is working on his wounds right now. Okay, he's like, I'm really worried about you moving on. That's inspiring him to take action and movement and to get help to learn how to be a healthy partner. Because the reason, if he hasn't shown up yet in your life, one of the reasons is because he knows I need to be a healthier partner and my feminine deserves more than what I've been able to give her. And they don't want to show up in your life until they can be fully there and fully connected to you. And they haven't felt capable of doing that yet. So I'm going to pull some messages here, especially for those of you who are in separation. I want to return to you. I mean, it's pretty clear. I don't want this to be over. I'm worried about you moving on. I want to return to you. I'm sorry for the way I treated you. I was acting from old patterns. Yeah, I don't know how to have a healthy relationship. To them, love has equated to pain. Love is equated to fighting and arguing. And it's like, no, actually the feminine comes in and says, I just want peace. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to compete with you. I want us to be partners in life, to help each other, to help, get each other through life and through situations that are challenging and painful that come up. I love you, but I'm not sure how this is going to change my life. Yes. So there's this fear for those of you in separation. He's admitting, or she's admitting, I acted from old patterns, but I do want to return to you. I love you, this should say and, like and, because but kind of negates the I love you. So I love you and I'm not sure how this is going to change my life. So a little bit of fear that's coming up of how is this going to change my life? But that's kind of null and void anyway at this point, because the world is changing and the masculines' lives are changing big time right now anyway. So they're just going to have to lean into those changes and shifts and realize that your life has already changed the moment that you met your counterpart and realized they existed on this earth plane with you. There's no going back, masculine, to the way things were. So they just have to let go. Now it's already happening. It's already in motion. Now they just have to actually let go. I know I have to make a decision. I have intentions to reach out to you, and then I stop myself. I don't know why. Sometimes I just feel frozen, and I'm not sure what your reaction will be. Will you reject me? Are you mad at me? So again, it's like, if that's a pattern for you guys, if you're in separation, that's a pattern of your masculine coming in and out or not being able to make a decision. In that cycle, feminine, in that cycle, okay? I don't want to have conflict with you. I'm not trying to play games. I'm just conflicted in my mind about how to proceed. So that's the masculines answering me literally like in present time. This is how connected I am to the masculine energy, that I was just talking about this, that the feminine saying, I don't want to argue. You're used to that with karmic partners. I don't want to argue. I want to be your partner. I want to help you. I want to love you. I want to support you. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to compete with you. So he's just honoring that and saying, I don't want to fight with you either. I'm not trying to play games with you. So that's not what I'm doing. I'm just conflicted in my mind about how to proceed. I don't know how to have a healthy relationship. How is this going to change my life? So what they're doing, feminine, is they're telling you these are some of my fears. These are some of my thoughts that I have in regards to this connection. They want to be honest with you so that you guys can work through this together. They haven't been able to be vulnerable with previous partners because they would just get ridiculed for being, for showing emotion or being vulnerable. Okay. The balance of male and female energies was off here. I realized this and I regret it. So they're realizing that they may have been, too much in the kind of distorted masculine energy. And what happens is when the masculine's in the distorted masculine, the feminine then has to go into her distorted masculine because she feels like she has to protect herself. And when that happens, it's like the masculine, they both shut down. Okay, the masculine shuts down because you're not in the feminine. You shut down because they're not giving you space or even permission to be in your feminine energy. So you shut down because it's exhausting to be in that masculine energy. And believe it or not, guys, a lot of the divine feminines are just coming out of that toxic cycle of masculine distortion within yourself. So it's time to honor that and recognize that within ourselves as well. So more balance is coming in for sure in these connections. I know I can easily go into victim mode. I'm trying to overcome that. It's been a pattern. I'm brokenhearted that we aren't together. My heart aches for you, but I won't let you know that. So masculine is saying, I know that I've played victim and I know that I've made decisions to hurt you, to hurt us, to hurt this connection, to hurt my chances, the chances of success within our connection. So I just want to honor that. I will contact you soon. I will. That is my intention. I can feel you giving up. Expect the unexpected. That is big, guys. So expect the unexpected. If you feel like I'm never going to hear from them again, they're gone forever, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Now, make sure that you keep your balance when your counterpart comes back in. Don't allow yourself to get off balance because that can send you back into the spiraling mode of separation. Okay, so just understand that your masculine is fighting his own demons, but he's fighting to regain balance within himself, guys. He is coming out of that distorted masculine and he's stepping into a more healed, balanced masculine energy. I can feel it within the masculine collective. And whereas I felt it in the past, it was temporary. It was kind of like a little bit of healing and then go back into distortion. go back into my comfort zone or go back and hide. They're not hiding right now. They may be in hermit mode, but they're not hiding. There's a difference. They're healing. Okay. They are absolutely gaining perspective and showing up as this powerful, decisive stag, that's coming in to really, assist the feminine. And this also shows you the masculine is always nearby. They're always trying to protect you. Everything they do, guys, believe it or not, is to protect the connection. So when they go silent, when they ghost you, they're protecting what is the word I'm looking for? The integrity of the connection. They don't want any interference. And they know that karmics, they just intuitively know that karmics, whether they call it a karmic partner or not, it doesn't matter what they call it, can interfere with the connection. So the less people know about you, the better. So that's why it may feel like you're hidden in this connection. They're not hiding you to hide you. They're hiding you to protect the connection, okay? I know that can be hard to grasp, especially when your ego gets involved. I get it. But you can see things from the higher perspective. The way we left things haunts me. I try to push it away, because I'm hiding the way I truly feel. I didn't want to let you go. I just didn't know where to go with this. And it's kind of like where he says, I don't know how this is going to change my life. Where do you go? When you finally meet the love of your life and you finally meet the person you've always been looking for, but maybe you lived in separate countries or states or cities, or you were in different religions, or one or both of you was married. It's like, where do we go from here? I didn't want to let you go. I just didn't know what to do at that point in time. There was no guidebook. I had no GPS, and I didn't trust myself because I wasn't in my healed divine masculine energy. I was still in distortion. So I had to hide the way that I truly felt about you. And the way that we left things, right? If you had an argument or if they just ghosted you, it really haunts this person, saying, I try to push it away, but it comes back. I feel badly for the way that I've treated you. I feel badly for what I've put you through, okay? For what you've had to endure because of me. And on the bottom here, we have, did I lose you? So they're questioning, guys. They're definitely questioning, have I lost you for good? Did I wait too long to act? Did I, have you gotten involved with somebody else? Like, are you still there, and will you still want to try again? I think they're coming to terms with the fact that maybe it really is over. And this is actually good because they will be more healed coming out of, they'll be stronger coming out of that, because it will heal any remaining remnants of codependency that exists within them or within your inner masculine energies. So this is actually a good thing. Let's forgive each other and move forward. Now, this is the feminine talking back to the masculine. She says, let's just forgive each other and move forward without regrets of the past holding us back from true love. She's like, don't worry about, have you lost me, or, will I forgive you, or any of this things. It's like, or don't be haunted by the past. Let's just move forward. Let's start fresh. I feel like it was easy for you to walk away. Are you gone for good? Interesting. You guys are mirroring each other. The masculine says, did I lose you? The feminine comes back and says, I feel like it was so easy for you to just walk away and leave me behind. Have you gone for good this time? So you guys are definitely doing some mirroring here. Those are some of the fears coming up for the feminine, but what you really want to do is forgive them. I'm responsible for my own healing and happiness. Yes, feminine. Yes, yes, yes. I know how to transform pain into something higher. I am not a victim to anything. Now, where do we have that? I can easily go into victim mode. More mirroring. You guys are healing any victim patterns that you have inside of you. I'm not a victim. I'm not going to be a victim anymore. And I needed to make a healthy boundary. So masculine, if you're watching, your feminine is letting you know, I had to say no to you. I had to put up that wall and that boundary. I wasn't trying to hurt you, but we had to end those cycles, and it wasn't fair the way that I was being treated, and it wasn't healthy. It wasn't good. So we needed to end those cycles. So way to go, feminine, way to go for really honoring yourself. I do want you, don't doubt it. So we're back to messages from the masculine. I wish I could express my true feelings. So something is definitely holding the masculine back right now, guys. And my throat has been so tight this whole weekend. It's been crazy. Oh, yeah. So neck tightness, shoulder tightness, jaw tightness, you know, all of that. Like it will feel for me, I get like myofascial tension around the neck, and a lot of this is energetic, and a lot of this is when the masculines don't express themselves. Please express yourself, guys, so I can get some relief, please. I mean, it hurts to swallow. It hurts. It's like hard to breathe. Honestly, it has not been a comfortable weekend physically for me at all. So I really hope that they are able to express themselves, because they definitely, this is not over for the masculine. It's not over. It's kind of like the Notebook. It was never over. It was never over. But there needs to be a balance of feminine and masculine energies. There needs to be an acknowledgement of boundaries. The masculine needs to act not from old patterns, but develop new habits and patterns, new beliefs, new programs, and new systems need to be put in place. And they need to be able to express themselves. Yes, I'm clearing up karma. Thank you, God. I'm clearing up karma, which means that the masculine will be cutting off karmic cycles. They will be leaving those behind before the end of the year. Bye-bye. Gone for good. They will be blocking those individuals. They will be, leaving those jobs, really, really speaking their truth when it comes to those situations. I really, really miss you. Yeah, they're having a hard time, but at the same time, they're not wallowing in pity. So I like to see that. They're not wallowing in pity, guys. They are doing their work. Okay, they're not just saying, I miss you, and I'm doing nothing about it. They're doing their work, and they're changing their lives. Because they don't want things to just be the way they've always been. Okay, so let's now, I'm not feeling tarot right now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Let's go to a deck I haven't used in a while, the Keepers of the Light. It's upside down. We're going to pull and see who is guiding the feminine at this time and who is hanging out with the masculine, guiding them, giving them tips on how to proceed forward. Yeah, I don't feel the darkness that I felt around the masculines for so long. I just feel like they're just ready. They're tired of their own shit, and they're ready to move forward and really expand their horizons. It's like I've been living in a box this whole time, and my feminine's over there, and she's not in a box. She's in like a triangular, spheric, I don't even know how to describe where she lives, or she's hanging out. She looks like she's having a lot of fun, So he wants that. Yeah, he's ascending, guys. Serapis Bay is with the masculines, helping them ascend. They are absolutely ascending now. They're moving into their authentic true self. And look at this, is a very serious man here doing the work, not afraid to do the work, not afraid to step into that role of being the ascended master within oneself. Rising above the darkness is exactly what I was saying. Thank you, God. Rising above the darkness, the light is here. Exactly what I was just saying, just like it happened earlier in the reading when the masculines answered me. Yes, so the divine is saying, I am with you, masculines, and there's no need for you to feel like you have to suffer right now, because the light is here. The light is within you. You don't have to look outside for it. And there's a reason why you haven't felt fulfilled, even though you have everything you quote unquote want. It's because you don't really need those things. What you need exists inside of you. And what needs to be tended to is this garden that you've neglected inside of you, inside of your connection. The minute that they start to put focus on themselves is the minute your connection will flourish. That's why I always tell you, feminine, focus on yourself. That's how you're going to flourish. That's how the connection's going to flourish. Focus on you, don't focus on them. As they focus on themselves, it's actually they're focusing on you, because you are them and they are you. As you focus on yourself, you're focusing on the connection as well. But when you focus on the physical form first, you get further and further away energetically. So there's an Egyptian, obviously, guys, there's an Egyptian link here with Serapis Bay. And He was actually a priest in Egypt, in ancient Egypt, and he would help people cross over into the light, right? So, I mean, he had a very, very powerful role, and you can see that the light is really, I don't know if you can see with the lighting in the room here, but you can definitely see that he's a powerful, powerful light worker. You can see the light in his face. So masculines, please call, and for your inner masculine, as he rises, please call on Serapis Bey to help you with this ascension process. It's sort of like a phoenix rising energy, or the resurrection, you know, of Christ. It's that sort of energy, bringing the masculines into Christ consciousness and allowing them to really, really fully feel what it feels like to leave the darkness behind. So they can't show them everything all at once because it would be too much. They would literally implode. But just like with the rest of the world. But what they're doing is they're showing the masculine little bits and pieces of what life could be like when they fully surrender, okay? Feminine, you're being asked to hold on to hope here, and just to bring in more peace, more love, more acceptance, more faith into this connection. It says love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. This is, again, that solar plexus energy. You're really working on your self-worth at this time, feminine, as the masculine ascends. So you working on your self-worth is assisting the masculine in his ascension process. It's assisting him to go higher and higher in his process. And actually, guys, they're ascending really fast. And if you're having a lot of ascension symptoms, you know that your masculine is moving along quite beautifully, okay? I know it sucks to have those physical symptoms where you feel like some days you can't get out of bed, or you're zapped of energy, or you just have aches and pains, and it will move now. Like I had pain that moved from the left shoulder, now it's on the right shoulder, and it's like, what is going on? There's an energetic flow, an energetic flux, an energetic movement here that's really moving things along. That we can't see with our two eyes. You have to go in and see with your third eye. And the Kundalini has been activated in these masculines. It was activated when they met you in the physical, but now it's been like reactivated as they really move forward in their divine mission here. So choose loving thoughts, feminine, you know, towards yourself and towards others, and allow this this lotus flower that has, you know, bloomed in like the worst of conditions, in the muddy conditions, you know, where like of self-deprecation, just allow this light to flow in, because it's assisting your masculines. Like this is so intricately linked. As you power yourself up and as you accept yourself, the masculine accepts their mission. They accept what they're here to do on earth. So that has been your twin flame reading for today, guys. It is Sunday. What's today? What's the date? It is Sunday the 10th. Yes, Sunday, October 10th. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. Don't forget, head on over to Patreon. I will be posting over there later today or tonight. And also, if you would like a private healing session, it is a healing session and a coaching session and a guidance session all in one. We're offering those packages now. Please reach out to me at the email below, or just hop onto the website. Go ahead and you can pay from there. And really looking forward to meeting all of you and to working with you and sending you so many blessings of light and compassion, hope, and just strength to get through this process. Take great, great care, guys, and I'll see you soon.